Well, hey guys.
We're back.
We're back.
That old bridge. Nice. Y'all know me, I love old bridges.
Well, good afternoon, guys. Hi, I'm Carla.
I'm Daniel.
And we are Hoovers on the Move. And we have found us a gem. And we're going to bring this along with you guys, kind of show you around. But it's going to happen right after these commercial break.
Beep.
So today, we've come to Fort Gibson to see the fort. We're staying currently at Fort Gibson Lake over towards Rock Point, right?
So I thought I'd look up the history of Fort Gibson. And we actually ended up today, we are at Fort Gibson, Oklahoma.
Yes.
And there is an actual fort. And it's got a lot of history behind this, especially, you know, with some Indian history also mixed in there, Civil War history. I mean, it's got quite a bit of history here. And we're at the actual fort that everything was named for.
Yep.
So we're going to take you around and show you what the life was like back then.
Exactly. But right now we got to go check in and go to the office and, you know, pay our dues. And then we're going to come check everything out.
Yeah, we'll show you how much everything costs and everything.
I just did.
You just did? Did you?
I just did.
She just did.
I just did.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So this is the East Blockhouse. What it actually is it's your lookout. And they've got one on each corner. You got the east side and you got the west side. So you got that ladder that goes up here, that goes upstairs. And that is what this is for. Check that out. Just a lookout at the corner of all the barracks down here.
This is where they
Keep their ammunition.
The food and the ammunition.
Ah, the storehouse.
Yep.
There's a storehouse there. Buckshot.
1,000 cartridges.
You got Harris here. This is where all the orders are typed up, written, whatever, and sent off.
Officers who served as company, regimental, or department adjutants received an additional $120 a year in addition to their regular pay.
Sweet.
That's interesting.
Maybe get a fireplace.
They had a big room because it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, their own little
That was an
quarters.
important person there. Got a set of bunk beds and a regular bed in here.
This looked like for the ladies, so that way they were able to, you know, mend their uniforms and
Yeah. Got the little weaving
Cook.
tools and sewing kits and all that stuff. Here we go into the civilian quarters.
which is, you know, it goes through, so it was a big room. That was where they slept, and then over here was kind of like their living room area or whatever. Living conditions in Fort Gibson was not lavish. Furnishings were sparse. Rooms were often crowded, forcing visitors to share beds or use furnishings intended for the field. Wow. This was for recruit enlistment men. This is where they got inspected. The average weight was 146 pounds. Ooh. The average height of, let's see, general standards were 22 to 35 years of age, with a height for these men between 5'3" and 5'6". And the average weight was 146 pounds.
Wow.
Recruits were expected to be white citizens who could speak English. Regulations did not bar married men, but did require them to secure special permission from General Headquarters before they could enlist. And they enlisted for 5 years. If they survived.
If they survive.
This is for non-commissioned officers. This was for enlisted men. And there's a whole bunch of those.
Whole bunch of those.
And they all are pretty much identical. I just have them labeled 14, 15, 16.
And some actually have the beds. Like there's stuff on it. Like that one even has a mattress.
Yep.
They do have public restrooms, so, you know.
They actually set that up inside one of these.
Yeah.
Wheelchair accessible. Men, women.
Nice.
The single holders with the sink. Paper towels. Handrails. Now, of course, for safety reasons, they don't have the upstairs opened up, but that's okay because that's just more of these
Enlisted
bunks. So here's enlisted quarters.
Getting a little bigger.
Yeah. Kind of the same way. Same way as the others.
Oh, here you go. Oh, well, you should. Somebody broke the cord. Somebody broke the cord.
Can't take them nowhere. Yeah, there's not a lot of exits to the outside. Which, of course, that's understandable. It's a fort. Okay, and here's the other blockhouse on the other side. So you got you an east and you got you a west lookout. Basically what a blockhouse is, just a lookout. So, that's it.
Guardhouse. Men were assigned guard duty for a period of 24 hours under the supervision of the sergeant or corporal of the guard. Assignments were rotated 2 hours on and 4 hours off the sinistry post.
And if you notice, they have signs on the wall over there with little hangy things. If you're drunk, you caught drunk, you can wear that one. If you're a thief, you get to wear that one. Then if you're a deserter, you wear that one.
Oh. And he has been a very, very bad boy.
This would really suck if you had to do this for hours or days. I mean, I could understand how this would be a pretty major punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to end up here.
So be good.
Okay. Hey, y'all gonna let me out, right?
No.
No.
Hey,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
No.
Hey,
Sorry.
No.
help here.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Check this out. I could not imagine.
Hearing that go off.
Or can you imagine having to carry this thing?
Oh, push. Oh, no.
That is some serious weight.
Well,
It's got this little crank right here that you tilt it up, down, whatever, and then you crank this, and what that does is it keeps it in that position, so that way you can change your fire. You go further out, closer.
do you mind if I came like the phone like that? You hear me?
That's that big. That
That's
big.
kind of hold.
That big. That big. Pretty good sized ball.
Yeah.
So here is a gathering room. During the 19th century, with Western expansion, the U.S. military embraced a multi-faced culture. White men dominated this society, but the Army included a wide diversity of nationalities, races, genders, and ages. People from England, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, and other European countries entered the Frontier Army. Native Americans and African Americans made significant contributions during emergencies and conflicts. Women performed in roles of the hospital, stewards, laundresses, servants, and wives. At more established military posts, children would enliven to some degree of Army life. Prescribed etiquette and hierarchy served to separate military families by rank, ethnicity, and gender. So, this was like a gathering room of some sort.
Alright, so here in the main office where you pay your dues and stuff, it actually has the history of Fort Gibson from 1824 all the way to 1963. From everybody who commanded this place to the people, the inhabitants, what times things happen, from Civil War to the Indian Wars. Pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Your fork.
Oh, my look. That big thing? Right, used to have.
So this right here is the whole site, and this wall of barracks over here is the only ones that are actually two-story. Then you got your lookout over there on that corner, and you got your lookout over there on that corner. And they've got their well where they used to get all their water from. And now across the field, back that way, which we're fixing to go, it's actually got some more buildings that had the bakery and all that stuff in it. So we're gonna head on over there. This is the Fort Gibson Stockade Well, 1824. Restored by the Old Fort Club in 1933. which they have it closed down right now for renovations. So we won't be able to go inside that one. That is the bakery, and they do actually still do cooking in there. So they don't have any of that type of stuff going on today, but what's that? That's a magazine right there.
So that's where.
That's the visitor center. This is the bakery. Coming into it, and I actually got it opened up where you can come inside and take a look. Got the history on the wall. Check that out. Wow. That's its bins. They're bins and tables. They got some serious oven cooking going on here. I wonder if they did them oven baked pizzas back then.
Baby, this is incredible.
Yeah, it's just a hot box. That is one big old hot box.
Dad, get on the ladder for the stairs. You can see up there.
Yep.
It's all sand.
Yep. It's a big old hot box.
Who knew sand could be used for cooking?
This is inside his oven. I don't know if you can see all the way back there. But that is huge.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out. It's hot.
Here in town, they have the visitor center, which was also the commissary back then. So we're gonna go check out the visitor center, see what they got to say.
Here is a 6-pound cannonball, and I don't know what that cannon shoots down there. They trade them out on me every so often, so I don't keep track of what sizes the cannon down there shoots, because
Yeah,
there's 12-pounders also.
Because the actual hole was the size of my hand.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so they had 12-pounders also, and I don't keep one of those up here because it's just way too heavy.
Yeah.
So what they did with these, this one has been shot, we know that because it is lopsided, and so they would shoot them like this, or they would hollow this out and put gunpowder in it, and they would put the fuse in it, and then when it shot out of the cannon, it blew up. And that caused a lot more damage because you have all this metal shrapnel flying everywhere. So it's killing a lot more guys, and it's doing more destruction to the buildings and everything.
Yeah.
So, and this little jewel right here, I call this my little grape shot. Kind of like what's in a shotgun shell, the little BB things in a shotgun shell. Okay, so essentially that's what they did with these. So they would take 20 or 30 of these, and they would put them, to stop there, they would put 20 or 30 of those in a metal canister, and then they would fill that up with gunpowder, and they would drop that into the cannon, and when that came out, it was all those 20 or 30 of those, so that was killing a whole bunch of guys. So yeah, those were bad juju.
And this one's real smooth.
Yeah.
No. So that's how they came up with the bombs.
Probably.
And these are made out of what?
Steel, metal,
Just metal.
iron.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that is some
It is
really
great.
good weight.
Yeah. I don't know what that one weighs exactly. I've never weighed it. I should bring scales and weigh it.
Good.
But I know this is a 6-pounder.
Oh yeah.
The 12-pounders are only about so big.
Really?
But dadgum, they're heavy. I mean, they're 12 pounds, but I mean, it's just all in that.
Yeah.
It's so condensed that it's just, yeah, it's insane. So I used to have one up here in a case, but they switched my cases out and all my artifacts here. So, but I can tell you about Fort Gibson. We have a gift shop here. We have 2 other buildings here that you can go into. One of them is a magazine where they kept gunpowder and some small ammunitions. And then we have the bakery the stone oven in there was built in 1860, I'm sorry. And so we still bake in the oven out there twice a year.
That's what I heard.
Yes, we
That's
make
amazing.
bread in there in springtime, and everything is done in the building by hand from scratch from beginning to end. They can do 90 loaves of bread at a time. 90 loaves, because every soldier that was here, enlisted here, got a loaf of bread every day with whatever else they were eating, which I have examples of some things up here, and there's one thing in there I bet you won't guess what it is, but I'll tell you. I won't just leave you hanging. But they ate corn here. They ate hardtack. They had coffee. They had rice that they imported. Lots of different things that they did eat here. A lot of vegetables and different things, whatever they could grow. And so, but it was, you had to work to eat back then. So. We have, so this building here, when the fort, it started rotting, and it eventually rotted. Took it about 10 years or so to rot, and so they started building up here because they wanted to stay in this area, because this Fort Gibson became a hub for all different kinds of expeditions out of here. And so Henry Leavenworth was here, and he was in charge of the what were their names? The Dragoon expeditions. And there were a lot of just exploration expeditions out of here. There were a lot of dignitaries that were stationed here for a short time, and some of them for long times. So we have a gentleman. He normally he's on his way back from another site, Honey Springs, which is south of Muskogee here. It's a Civil War battle site. There was no Civil War fought here at the fort, but at Honey Springs, that's a 3,500 acre Civil War battle site, and you can visit that one also. And we all have different programmings and different things that you can do. We bake in that oven twice a year. We do the bread, and then in December 21st, we're going to do gingerbread cookies. So we've done them the last 2 years. And we keep having to up the amount, so we'll probably do a couple hundred of them this year. But they're 7 inches tall, and you can come in here and you can decorate those cookies with a generic white icing and candy similar to what they had in the 1800s, which I have quite a few examples of what the candies that they had in the 1800s over here in the gift shop. So if you like chocolate, we can set you up. If you like sour candy, we can set you up. Sam Houston was here for 3 years and worked with the Cherokees before he went to Texas. His second wife, Talahina, is buried out here in the National Cemetery, which was established in 1869.
Wow.
It's about 45 acres now. It was originally 7 acres. There's about 27,000 graves out there. A little over 2,000 of them are soldiers that were here at the fort. They have small marble headstones, and they're numbered because we don't know their names. So,
My goodness.
the American Legion here has an honor guard, and they still do military funerals out there. So they get the 21 gun salutes and some of the taps. And
Wow.
Yeah. And if you've not been to a military funeral, it's very different.
Oh yeah. Take a look at that tower. The Department of Oklahoma AMVETS dedicated this as a living memorial to Oklahoma veterans who served their country for the cause of freedom, November 16th, 1985. As these bells ring, honored, dead rest, freedom lives. Pretty amazing. Check that out. I love murals. This is old downtown, Fort Gibson. Speed limit's only 25 through here, so you better be careful. Look at that! I just want to go in just for the nostalgia of it. That's that bridge we were talking about earlier when we first got here. That is incredible. You can't drive on that one anymore, but you can walk on it. They have a place where you can park. And then we heard a train going across the tracks, which is the second one.
Sprinkler gone wild.
I think, Houston, we have a problem.
Something ain't right here.
What is going on? Why?
I don't think.
Why are we watering over here?
I don't think that's supposed to be happening like that.
I mean, come on. Check this out, what we just come across. Oh my goodness, they even have campsites down there.
Side of the dam. As you can see, they also got fishing. They got some swimming going on out here and everything. That guy out there, he's only up to his knees in the water right there. Now the other side, that's a totally different story. Isn't that a pretty sight? Also, I don't know if y'all can see that right there. That's processing for power using water to go through there, and they actually produce power for the GRDA. And that's how a lot of these people out here get their electricity, is through the power of water. don't know if y'all can see that across the street, but they got a damn bar over there. See it right there? Yeah. That's the name of it. Right here at the bottom of the dam. We're back home.
Yes, we are back at the campground, and we have completed our day today. We are on day 5 now of being here at this particular campground. Yes, you can still hear Chloe in the background. I am so sorry. But every time we turn the camera on, she thinks she's got to talk to, so you know, we got to let her have her 2 minutes of fame.
She's jealous. Just jealous.
But today was amazing. We slept in, took us a little, you know, relax day this morning. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Daniel over here says, you know what? We're staying in Fort Gibson Lake at Rock Point, which you guys have seen. And why don't we learn a little bit about it? So you guys saw it. I mean, we had an amazing day. Like, we got to see a lot of things today, hanging out with the Historical Society, and got to see the fort and the cemetery, and you know, just
actual Fort Gibson.
It was really neat. I really had a good time.
Fort Gibson, Oklahoma.
It was awesome. Then we, you know, we drove around and ended up coming across the dam that's holding all this water back, and that was a surprise. Did you mention the National Cemetery? I did.
It's National Cemetery.
It was beautiful.
That was awesome. And
Beautiful.
We went and read some of the tombstones and stuff, and some of the years and dates, and even one of Sam Houston's wives. I think we were told it was the second wife, is actually buried there.
It was so awesome.
And we saw the grave.
And we saw her gravesite, and it was beautiful. Really cool. It was just super beautiful and very moving. I really enjoyed being able to walk around there a little bit and see some of the headstones, and you know, the history of it. It's very moving for me. So I enjoyed it 100%. Like, today was a blast. It was almost 108 with a heat index. I mean, it's scorching hot, and we really didn't feel that bad. Like, the wind's blowing, it's, you know, coming off the lake. It's warm, don't get me wrong, we're sweating, you know, but it's nothing like...
We're from South Texas, so it's kind of... our tolerance level is a little more up here than, you know.
It was actually a very enjoyable day. It was nice to get out and learn a little bit of history. So I hope you guys...
We didn't get through going,
yeah, we're dying.
Water!
We did end up, we did not show you guys, but we did end up having some really nice dinner today there in McAlester, Oklahoma. A little Mexican grill. I was shocked at the food and how delicious it was. So I'll try and leave the details and the links down below, but it was super delicious. If you guys are, you know, running through town, we definitely recommend hanging out at that place and eating, because wow.
Right there in Wagoner, which is only like 15 minutes from
and
here,
the three of us, I mean, you know, I had, of course, my margarita from the Monster, and then I got Mr. Daniel a cute little drink, and then he got some tea.
How cute.
Yes, and then Hudson with his Sprite, and then we had an appetizer, and we had 2 meals, and all of that was $60, you know, so very, you know, a very decent priced meal for us for eating at a Mexican restaurant. So,
and it's a little more than what we could have eaten in one meal. So
it's going to be 2 meals.
Bring some. So
yeah. So I'll leave the stuff down below. But you guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you guys are enjoying these vlogs. I know this is a little bit different style for us, but there's going to be more of this to come. Just to fair warn you, we do RV, we cruise, we fly, we do all kinds of different travel. If you guys guys need any help or any questions or want to book a cruise, I am a travel agent. We will leave that link. And yes, and let me know if I can help you out. I will definitely book you the best deal possible. And I guess with that being said,
yep, we're gonna be out here for a few more days.
Yes.
And yeah, this isn't the end of Fort Gibson here.
Right, Fort Gibson,
Rock
but
Point.
this is the end of today, and so
Yeah.
hang out with us. We're gonna have lots more to come. We definitely have another week stay somewhere else, and that's gonna be super exciting. We're gonna show you all those fun things. We got lots of action going on in this park today. It is Saturday, so
Oh, man.
you know it's crazy right now.
I mean, just alone, you know, I mean, we've got a bunch of these little speedboats all over the place. And they're coming in by the groves.
Literally.
Pontoons.
We got pontoons, Scooby-Doos, got all kinds of stuff just everywhere all over the lake. Not to mention all the people that are over there at the beach that are swimming. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been a busy day. Today is Saturday, so it's definitely been a little bit busier today than it has been during the week. But we've really enjoyed staying here, and it'll definitely be a nice little hot spot whenever we, you know, are flying through the United States in our RV, going from port to port. So, you know, we definitely know about this place. It's pretty fun. I really enjoy it. So,
and it's all part of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
yeah,
and
that's COE.
it is a really nice place, very well taken care of.
Yes.
Very well controlled, and the spaces between you and the other campers and stuff is phenomenal.
Perfect.
The restrooms and showers are kept pretty nice,
Yeah.
considering, you know, you go to a lot of those state parks and they're a little more iffy because they're not taken care of that well. But this here it's really been really nice.
It has been. I have really and thoroughly enjoyed staying here, so haven't felt unsafe. It's been great. And the company around here has been pretty wild, so we've met
And that's pretty good for us to say that.
we've met some pretty interesting people around
Usually
here.
we're the
so.
ones that they're going, yeah, our neighbor's pretty wild.
But anyway, with that being said, today we are going to bid you goodbye.
I do.
And catch us in the next vlog. Stay tuned. We've got lots coming, and you know, come hang out. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you're doing the thumbs up. Ring that little bell so that way you'll know when we post another video. And Hoovers on the move.
We're out.
We're out. See ya.